Welcome back to episode 4 of cool camera tech that you can get under $50 on Amazon today. Today we're talking about 5 pieces of equipment that I think are really helpful, so let's just hop right into it. Now the first one we're going to talk about today is this, or something similar to this anyway. This is a 5-in-1 reflector, and these things are incredibly useful. This thing is like 6 feet tall and like 2 feet wide. It's crazy big. I got this one during the Prime Day deals, but I'm going to just leave a link in the description to loads of 5-in-1 reflector options because there's loads of different sizes, and I'd recommend that you just pick up one that you think will work best for your space. Now I probably shouldn't open this up in the studio because it is massive. Just to show you kind of what it is, it's a big old it's a big old thing. So this one is huge. It's called a 5-in-1 reflector because there are 5 different reflectors. Well, 4 reflectors and 1 diffusion, all built into this one system. Okay, so as you can see on this side, this is a silver side reflector, so it gives you a nice silver bounce. On this side, we have black. Now this side is especially helpful actually for flagging off light. So if you want to have a contrastier image, for example, if I set this over here on my side, you can kind of see on the side of my face, I've got a lot more shadow over here than I did whenever this was not here, mainly because I'm blocking off that light. But you can use a black side of the reflector as a flag. It helps sort of give you more shadows on the side of the face or whatever it is you're wanting to use. So you can then take this whole outer material off and flip it around. So on the other side, you have a gold reflector, and on this side you have a white reflector. Now inside the whole reflector piece is actually this. This is a giant sheet of diffusion. And what this does, this is my favorite thing about all of these in general actually. I think 99% of the time that I use 5-in-1 reflectors, it's for the diffusion panel that you get. So this is especially useful like outdoors, whenever you have like a really bright sunny day and your talent is just getting hit in the face by incredibly bright sunlight. You just hold this up in the way and it completely blocks a lot of that light and softens it and diffuses it over your talent, giving you some really nice soft light. It's still natural light, it's just being diffused over your talent, which I think looks pretty good. Another fantastic use case for these is with the white reflector to create a booklight. I have an entire video about building a booklight, but it is like sort of Hollywood's main way of doing lighting for talent and stuff like that. So these things are just incredibly useful. This one is difficult because it is absolutely massive. So if anything, it's a little bit too inconvenient with how large it is. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to give one of these away. So if you are watching this on the day that it came out at 5 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be doing a live stream. It'll probably be about an hour after this video goes live. So join in that live stream and I will do a giveaway in the middle of the live stream. So if you're watching this after that date, then the live stream is done. But we're just doing those on our live stream. So if you ever want to be in on any of our giveaways, because we're doing quite a lot of giveaways these days, you just need to join us on the live streams because that's where we're doing all of them. So live stream today, 5 p.m, and we'll give away one of these, and I'll let you pick a size. So whichever size works for you best, I'll order one of those and have it sent to your house. But join us on the live stream for that. All right, next up is a piece of equipment that I use probably more than any other piece of equipment in my studio, and I was just surprised that I haven't talked about it yet, and that is this. This is a tiny little multi-tool by SmallRig, and it's in collaboration with Film Riot, which is another YouTube channel here that focus on camera stuff, special effects, all that kind of stuff. Fantastic channel. Anyway, they make these little multi-tools and they make them lots of colors, all that kind of stuff, which is always fun. And the way that they design them is basically for camera equipment in particular. You will find every piece of sort of multi-tool on here that is commonly used on all pieces of camera equipment. And the lovely thing about this is that they have these little locks, which means that whenever you pull one of the little pieces out, it'll lock into place. The older SmallRig multi-tools that I've used didn't have the locks and it made it very inconvenient. But with these locks, it just works fantastic, and I use these all the time. I even use these for other projects that have nothing to do with cameras. It's just really handy to have a little multi-tool, and they make 2 versions. There's one with more tools and one with less. So if you want to save a little bit of money, you can get the cheaper one. I think it's like $30 or something like that. I'll leave all that in the description down below. These are just incredibly useful. I use them every day, and if you plan on attaching a tripod plate to a camera or building a rig of any description, this is an absolute lifesaver. These are just fantastic. And SmallRig, if you make another one of these, put a little keychain hoop on here, or make something that means I could just keep it in my pocket connected to my keys at all times, because I love this thing. Thank you for making it. Next up is this little piece of equipment here. This is by Ugreen, and it is basically a hard drive, like a portable hard drive, but it is interchangeable, which I think is really cool. So it is an M.2 NVMe SSD drive enclosure. It is just the enclosure, so it doesn't actually come with the hard drive. You have to buy that separately. But this thing is only $27. And the thing I love about this is that you can then just buy multiple of these. These are just little M.2 drives, okay? So they're not that expensive anymore. They used to be really expensive, but this is 2 terabytes, which I think I got for like $100 or less. So 2 terabytes for under $100, and then I can just hot swap these in and out. So once I finish a whole bunch of projects, I can take this drive out and replace it with another one, and then put this one in storage. And again, these being so much smaller than like big hard drives, just makes it really handy. This is only $27, which I think is awesome. Now, it's currently on sale for $27, so it may go up. So if you're interested in one of these, probably best to go ahead and get one while it's still on sale. But it does transfer speeds up to 20 gigabits per second, which is super fast and super nice. And the thing I love about using NVMe drives, especially for editing, is it just helps with that read speed. And I've just found it makes my editing workflow a lot quicker. You can write to the drive a lot faster, so when it comes to exporting times, all that kind of stuff, having a faster drive really does make a big difference for photo editing, video editing, all that kind of stuff. So it is very, very simple, and the thing I like about it is the installation of the drive is also super simple and easy. All you have to do is remove this one little tiny screw. We're actually going ahead and use our SmallRig multi-tool to do that, and you can take this tiny little screw out, the whole thing pulls out, and then you clip in your SSD, close it up, put the little case thing back on if you want to. You don't have to, it's just like a protective rubbery case thing, and you are good to go. All of a sudden now you have a USB-C 2 terabyte drive that you can plug into any computer, and you're good to go. Super fast, super clean, and excellent for any editors out there. Number 4 on this list are something called Mondo ties. This is another collaboration from another YouTuber, Armando, with Condor Blue, and they make these little sort of 1/4-20 threaded cable management clips that you can attach to your camera rigs. It comes in a pack of 5. I've only got 3 in here because 2 of them are on my rig. Actually, I'll describe that now. So if you followed this channel for any length of time, you'll know that I love building camera rigs, and this one is no exception, which I'm going to be doing a giveaway of this whole thing for my 20k sub giveaway video, which is coming out pretty soon by the looks of things. So if you're interested in that, again, subscribe to the channel and we'll get there, and you might win this whole rig. Not the camera, but you get the whole rig. One of the hardest things about building a camera rig ever, like the thing that I find most people seem to miss or just makes their camera rig look really messy, is cable management. And that's where these little things come in. This is just a tiny little clip that you can put on any 1/4-20 thread on your rig, and you can then just weave the cables into these little clips, and it just helps keep your whole rig kind of neat and tidy, which means that whenever you're like attaching or detaching pieces, your cables aren't just flying off everywhere. It kind of just keeps them locked into place, which I think is really, really handy. And again, a nice, clean looking camera rig will it'll just make you happy. Trust me. Now, a pack of 5 of these is only $20, which I think is great. They come in multiple different colors, so if you've color coordinated your whole rig in some capacity, you can get different colored Mondo ties to work well with your specific rig, which I think is great. And lastly is something that every photographer and videographer needs. Like literally every single one of you, and that is very simply an SSD reader. I've talked about this product in particular in the past because I think I've had this for like 2 or 3 years now. This thing is awesome. This is the CreateMate by PGY Tech. Now, there's lots of these kinds of things out from other companies, and I've tried 3, and this one is still my favorite. I think it was the first of its kind, and I still think it's the best one. A lot of other ones, whenever you remove the inner section, the whole thing comes out, and I don't like that. I like that this is all in one. Plus, it looks, I don't know, it looks like a weapon of some kind. But anyway, that's not important. What this is just very simply an SD holder, an SD card holder, a case for you to transport all of your SD cards in, plus it's an SD card reader that you can then pull out this really nice little hidden USB-C cable and plug this straight into your computer, which means that you can take this, you can store your SD cards in here, and then once you get back to your computer, pull out your SD case, remove the SD card, place it in the reader, plug the reader into the computer, transfer all your files, put them back in here, and it is now just storage again. And for me, this is just 2 birds with 1 stone, because everybody needs an SD card case. It just helps keep and protect your SD cards. And everybody needs an SD card reader. And this is 2 in 1, which I think is just fantastic. I can't recommend this anymore. It's only $35, which is cheaper than some SD card cases I've seen without the readers. It's fast, it's great, it's small, it's portable. I love this thing. This has come with me basically everywhere over the last 3 years. And yeah, so definitely highly recommend this if you work with SD cards in any capacity. It's also got space for micro SDs. I think they make a pro version that has like different ports and stuff as well, or different types of SD cards. You can check that in the link in the description. Again, everything is going to be down there. Those are all affiliate links because that helps me be able to pay for all of these pieces of equipment that I can then talk to you guys about. So I don't really make any money on these videos because I do give away half the stuff. So I appreciate your support as I'm trying to do these fun little videos. I hope you've enjoyed them. If you have, leave a comment down below, hit the like button if you've liked it, and maybe even subscribe as we continue to build this channel. And I hope that you have a wonderful day.